Hi everyone, it's been well over 3 years since I have made any type of long form content, so we are well overdue. What I would love to talk about today is what are some things that I wish I knew before becoming a stepmom, and a little bit of my perspective. A little bit about me is that I have 3 kids and 1 stepson. They're all boys, so we have 4 boys all together. So I co-parent with somebody else and he co-parents with somebody else. I have 2 kids from a previous relationship and 1 with my husband. I've been co-parenting with my ex for about 13 years, and I've been in my stepson's life for 5 years now. I wrote a lot of things advice-wise that I wish somebody would have given me. Everybody's co-parenting relationship is a little bit different, so not everything is going to apply to you. If I could give advice to any current or new stepmoms, this is what I would say. The first thing that I realized is that the dynamic that they had in their past relationship will most likely continue on in their co-parenting relationship. Whether that's one passive person, one argumentative person, one person dominating the co-parenting, non-communication, controlling behaviors, not taking into account what the other parent wants, etc. Those dynamics will continue to show up into their co-parenting relationship, and it'll be very visible for everybody to see. This is arguably the most important, at least to me. You and your partner must be on the same page. Discipline, consequences, routines, roles. What are the expectations when your stepkid is over? You need to make boundaries very clear. For example, I'm comfortable doing X, Y, and Z, but I would really love for you to step up in these areas. Having different parenting views will lead to issues down the line. So it's better to communicate now. It's better to get it out of the way and get on the same page. Avoiding hard conversations is going to do absolutely nothing in the long run. The next thing that I want to touch on is nacho parenting. How I remember it is nacho business. You don't need to get overly involved in something that the other parent should be taking care of. Don't insert yourself when it's not needed just for the sake of it being your house and you're typically used to running things. As a step parent, you should not be the main disciplinarian. Bio parent being the main disciplinary creates healthier bonds with the step parent. I will straight up tell my husband I don't want to be the bad guy, but I think this needs to be a discussion. I do have discussions and conversations with him and things like that, but I'm never the one to implement the discipline. Moving on to the next talking point, kids will manipulate, and that's somewhat normal. There will be times they don't tell the truth. There will be times that they are sneaky, and there will be times that they try to get away with things. You have to remember that they have 2 households and more than likely 2 different sets of rules and expectations. Whether you're the custodial parent or not, or you see your stepkids frequently or not, having consistency creates a better routine for when they're there, and so they know what the expectations are. Cleaning up after themselves. You need to do this and this and this before any screen time. Letting them help out with age-appropriate things that over time they will continue to do. It may take a lot of reminding, but it does get easier over time. Personally, what we do is have a to-do list for every single kid, and obviously each one is age-appropriate, and they know that they need to do those things before they have any screen time or anything like that. Being aware of what their routine and their expectations are at their other home is also beneficial, so you kind of know how to gauge it. Cross-checking with the other parent could also be beneficial for future conversations. You could say, hey, I know that you're used to doing this at your other parent's house, but here, I would really love if you could get into the routine of doing this, and this is why. Repetition is key with this. Do not get discouraged if it doesn't happen right away. It will eventually. Again, every circumstance is different. Your spouse or partner's ex may have unresolved feelings, be high conflict, or all around have a negative effect on your child's well-being. Maybe they're nasty, they need control, they use your child as a pawn. That's a whole other video that I'm going to be making about high conflict co-parents. What's important to remember is that how you respond is showing your child what type of maturity that you have. The way you respond speaks volumes. They don't need to see the fighting. They don't need to see the drama. They don't need to hear the shit talking about each other. The more mature that you handle things, the better it's going to look to your children. And if the case you go to court, it's going to look better in court. Always keep in the back of your head that children get older and they will always start seeing their parent for who they truly are. They come to that conclusion naturally based on how everybody interacts, how everybody talks to each other. So it's really important to try to keep things light and minimal if you guys don't get along. Do not bring up their other parent if it is not necessary. Pro tip, it's rarely necessary. A stepson can initiate a conversation about his mom and I will totally interact with it, but I'm not going out of my way to bring her up. It's not necessary. If he brings up a legitimate concern to me, I will typically collaborate with my husband and he takes it over from there. Your bond with your stepchild needs to be nurtured. It will grow over time. Something as simple as being the neutral party, like being neither bio parent or supporting them when you have the extra time, can really make a difference in the bond that you guys have. If they need tutoring in specific subjects, you can take the time to do that. If they're interested in your hobbies, maybe offer to teach them or allow them to be a part of the process. There's so many little ways that don't take a lot of time that can really help build your bond. The more you show them that you're a safe person, the more they're gonna open up to you. It will take a little time depending on what your guys' dynamic is. All kids are different. Their behavior is not always going to match up to what is expected of your children. Unless you raised them from the time they were very young, that has nothing to do with you. So I do feel like it takes a little bit of time to get used to the way they act, to the way they behave. Are they lying? Are they manipulating? If you didn't raise them, you did not contribute to that. What I will say is that you need to love them where they are at. Continue to be a positive influence on their life regardless. Sometimes it's okay to fill in the areas that are a little bit lacking in their life. If they're sheltered, allow them to experience a little bit of the real world. If they're in a criticizing or negative environment, be the love and be the positivity. It is okay to have meaningful and thought-provoking conversations that you may feel that they need. Being able to take a back seat on the parenting with your stepkids can be a little bit tough at first, but it's really important to try to lessen that need for control. The more repetition of nacho parenting, the easier it's going to become. You cannot and should not care more than your partner does. So don't stress yourself out about it. It's okay to take the back seat. It is incredibly important to keep communication open with your partner. Things can become tense and resentment can build if nothing is talked about. That being said, if they made it clear that you guys aren't going to be on the same page, it's okay to realize that your peace is worth more than that. Every instance in co-parenting relationship is going to be different, but all of them develop as the years go on. It is vital to stay cordial and civil for the best interest of your kids and stepkids. If everybody you co-parent with gets along, I am genuinely jealous. If you are still working through a co-parenting relationship that is high conflict, I am genuinely wishing you the best. It is far from easy at times. I hope you guys got some information or perspective from this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.